This is IWrocker. He's an American guy and he does a lot of reaction stuff to Australian cultural content. He's reacted to Bathurst, he's reacted to like a bunch of Aussie cars, a bunch of Aussie phrases and stuff. As an Australian, I find this fascinating. I think in my entire life, in person, I've probably only come across like 2 or 3 Americans, for real, in Australia. They're pretty rare. Yeah, Americans confused in Australia for 17 minutes straight. Maybe I can clear up some cultural misunderstandings here. Let's see how it goes.
Alright, y'all. G'day, gone. Taking a look at Americans confused in Australia.
To hear that.
This.
How you going?
And here are 3 Australian phrases that completely confused me the first time I heard them. The first phrase is, she'll be right, which I was like, what? Yeah. Who is she?
We say that a lot.
What's wrong with her?
That's just like, don't worry about it. She'll be right. It'll be fine. Very easy to say. Like, I thought this is kind of spread across the internet. I thought other people would have picked this one up by now.
This is one of my favorite ones. I had never heard this my whole life until, of course, learning things on this channel. And I don't know how, but it's very Australian, right? I've never heard anyone say anything like that.
Say it
and
too.
When an Aussie say it, it just sounds, I don't know, it sounds correct. Like, this is one no one else can really copy.
Should be right, mate.
Right?
The second one, which really threw me, is sweet ass. So that loosely translates to
how do you not
great or perfect.
This is like from South Park. I don't know how other people don't understand this. Like sweet, they say that all the time on there, like at least the early seasons. And then sweet ass, like, yeah, come on, that's an easy one to pick up.
Last and certainly not least, this is similar to the second one, but it's keen ass, which means
that's pretty
interested or very
pretty
interested.
Local to us.
This is one I also never heard until diving into Australia.
It's keen.
Keen. It's not even just keen as. Like, you hear Aussie say keen a lot, and I didn't fully understand it at first, right? Maybe I thought I knew what it meant, but I wasn't confident.
It's not a slang word, though. Keen is like you're keen to do something. So again, this is kind of like a self-explanatory one. I would have thought people would just pick up and get it. Or maybe I'm in the wrong here. Maybe keen is not just I've just grown up with it, so I just think it's a normal word. I have to consult the dictionary for that one, double check it. But I'm pretty sure you can be keen to do something, part of the English language, so everyone should sort of get that term.
You want to go to the store or you want to go to the park? Oh, I'm keen ass. That sort of thing. So
yeah.
Anyway,
this dude would not survive in a proper suburban town or like a country town where everyone's got the thick accent and everyone's speaking like that. He just would not understand what people are saying. You'd have to have like a translator with him to like go through it all. Oh yes, okay, that's what it means.
Keen as is short for keen as mustard, which originated from Keen's mustard powder.
Really? I don't think so. That doesn't seem right to me. Like, I know Keen's makes a mustard, but I wouldn't think the term would come from it.
You can fly without an ID. In America, you have to have a real
You
ID.
can fly locally without an ID. If you're doing international travel, then you got to have like passport and all that stuff. But locally, like, I could probably just book a Jetstar flight, rock up. You can do the whole thing on your phone. You basically don't need ID. You just scan and go. Don't worry about it.
In Australia, you could just rock up with your boarding pass. My boarding pass could say Tom, and they'll let me on. I'm just confused. Do they not care who's...
Oh, also, we don't have to take our shoes off to get on the plane either. I don't think we have to take our shoes off, but they make you take like your belt off, your phone, your wallet, your keys, and you go through this like x-ray scanner thing now. So that's different. We didn't have that not that long ago. That's a new thing that they brought in. Kind of a pain. I don't really think it's necessary.
I try not to use maps because I've lived there for 7 months. However, you're trying to go and the street signs are like this big in the corner. So does no one use street signs? I'm trying to figure out what street I'm on, and there's no street sign.
Nah, that's just where she is. We have street signs everywhere. I used to do pizza deliveries. I didn't have like a Google Maps or anything like that. Like, I did that 2004 to like, I don't know, 2011. So I just used like an actual book, like a Melways, like a literal book just with maps of all the suburbs in it. And just remember and like go like that. But yeah, like street signs everywhere.
Okay, I was a little confused. I thought she meant just like signs in general. She's talking about street names, like the actual signs. I think that's what she's talking about. And she's acting like they're small. I wonder if that's just in her area or if that...
I can show you how big our street signs are. They're kind of like maybe about that tall. These are like the name street, like David Street or like Janice Crescent or something like that. They'll be about that tall and they'll be kind of like, well, depending on how long it is, but about that wide. They're definitely legible. Like, you can see it from far enough away that okay, that's where I need to go.
Things that confuse me as an American in Australia, Tasmania edition. Overcooked burgers, they never take a temperature. It's always cooked through completely.
That's how you meant to cook it, right? Who wants like a medium rare burger?
I don't get it. glass.
Yeah.
Okay, those are
in
cool.
America. You guys have a lot of like high fructose corn syrup as your sweeteners for drinks, whereas we just use sugar here. And I think it's because it's subsidized so heavily by your government that it's cheaper to do, so they just use it. Whereas over here, just sugar.
Like, I wish we had our soda, our pop, as we call it in the Midwest.
To be fair, you can get
in glass. I love it.
like we get a lot of soft drinks in just plastic bottles too. The glass ones aren't that common. It's definitely more common to have the plastic 600 mils or like the 400 mils or like a can of 375 mil or even the 330 mil ones.
Experiencing this in real time as an American in Oz. What's it gonna be? Bare feet?
Yeah, that's common.
It's a little bit of an overreaction. Come on.
It's more common around beach areas. But yeah, you go into the suburbs and stuff, you'll see people going to the shops just barefoot as well. It's not fully like accepted. Like you see someone doing that and you think, yeah, they're probably a bogan. They're probably like, don't really care. Don't give two shits about their own, how people perceive them and stuff like that. Most people will chuck shoes on. But yeah, you do get people that they go barefoot everywhere. I don't understand why. Like your feet get filthy and they're hard to clean and the ground is not clean. There's crap everywhere. There's like broken glass. You're probably going to step on something, get an infection. It's just not worth it.
But the only one that really affects me every day is etiquette. I feel like Australians still have a little bit of the British etiquette, and Americans just tend to be loud and rude. But there are also small things where I don't realize.
That's not true. I've heard, Americans are loud but friendly. I wouldn't say rude. Rude is like when you just don't give a shit how you're affecting the people around you. Americans are just loud and friendly for the most part. Australians, they're usually not overly friendly. Like, it'll take a while for people to warm up to you. But you'll get the occasional person who just wants to have a chat.
For example, in the movie theater, if you see a movie in the US, everyone has their phones out. You see the little screens. But it doesn't, in my opinion, really affect
this
other
is changing.
viewers.
I've been to the movies plenty, and yeah, there's people that'll just be like bored watching something else on their phone while the movie's going. But this is something that's generational. Like 10 years ago, it wasn't that common. Now it's getting worse and worse. And I blame short form content for that because no one has the ability to focus on anything long term anymore.
Is this like a Gen Z thing?
I don't think this is an Australian thing. I think this is global. It's a technology-derived behavior.
I'm not taking my phone out and scrolling through my phone in the theater. Like, what's the point, right? Do that at home.
Yeah, like you're paying $30-40 to go to the movies.
Another one on public transport.
Rightfully
Sometimes
so.
I'm in a hurry and I really need to get somewhere, and everyone else is just slowly, politely waiting for the next person to go. And sometimes I'm just like, have no patience. And I know
That's because you're selfish.
but I know I'm in the wrong there, and I need to slow down.
That's a her problem. Like, if you're in a hurry, don't let other people box you in. Just stand up near the door. As soon as the door's open, bam, you're off doing your thing. You don't have to worry about other people. That's her failure to plan ahead.
But
Wow.
little things like that here and there, which would be fine in the US, are not okay in Australia.
I'm going to leave that one alone. I'll let you guys handle the comment.
Yeah, he doesn't want to put her on blast.
Oh, shoot. Is this going to be like...
Oh no, what she bought?
She doesn't understand the metric system.
This is gonna be good.
This ought to be good. Maybe she ordered something and it's going to be wrong
like
or shocking.
10 kilos of
Try
cheese.
something that's gonna be like super small.
That seems like a good guess.
And she would've got this
I decided to
online as
order
well.
Ice cream to top on top of a little dessert tonight.
Is it
and
like
look,
super
Oh,
small?
that's just a 4-litre tub.
It's super
the
big.
whole neighborhood.
So much deeper than
At least she got vanilla rather than Neapolitan because everyone's just going to eat the chocolate and the vanilla and leave the strawberry. So she made a good mistake. Mind you, that's about a gallon by the Yank measurements. It's probably a 4-litre tub. So yeah, just over a gallon of ice cream there, which is, fairly reasonable amount for like a family to go through.
This particular like shape and like look how big that is.
Yeah, that's standard though. Peter's ice creams used to come like that. So this is sort of like the budget cheapest ice cream you can get. You get the most value, I guess, out of it. And then the more premium ones will be sort of like a 2-litre tub. Still the same shape, just a little bit smaller. And then the really nice ones, they come in like, it's just like a little container. It's round, goes up, and it's got the lid on top, kind of like the Ben & Jerry's ones. And they're nice. And they're about a 1 litre. So if you ever come here, try the connoisseur ice creams from Woolies and Coles. Yeah, they're good. That's the best stuff.
Holy
How do we
crap.
even know? We don't know.
And that's home brand as well. She got the cheap, nasty stuff. So home brand is the brand sold by the supermarket themselves. So it's the cheapest one, very little branding. Usually low quality. It's nowhere near as nice as the branded stuff. So you'd want like Peter's or Buller or connoisseur or something like that. But yeah, she's got 4 litres of crap ice cream to get through. So good luck.
4 liters. What does liters mean? mean? I don't know what liters are.
She knows
okay?
now.
But, okay.
Gonna start you out really easy. Yes, I know this is a plug, but what are these little doohickeys for?
What doohickeys? What the hell is he talking about? Okay, that's a plug. That's pretty standard. They don't all look like this. Plus, this one isn't even mounted flat. It's not properly horizontal. Look at the tiles, and then this thing's just bent. So I think they've put like a cover over it.
But what are these little doohickeys for?
What does he mean by doohickey? That's just on off, and then you've got like what? Active, neutral, and earth. They're your 3 plugs. You know, this is standard. They're everywhere. It's idiot proof too. You can only plug it in one way.
The fact that our outlets are live all the time is...
That's crazy. Ours are not live all the time. You flick the switch, there's a physical thing that just disconnects it, and you're safe. It's only active when this is on, and then you've got a closed circuit between it. So this would get 20 amps. You'll get 10 amps to each side. So 2.4 kilowatts out of this and 2.4 out of that. But probably 2.4 kilowatts across the whole thing. I don't think you could pull 4.8 across that. The cables aren't gauged for that, and the fuses and circuit breakers they wouldn't be set up for that.
It's probably something really easy.
Trickier. What?
It's a floor mat.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's a floor mat. You just wipe your feet on it when you go into a house. He's just framed it so you can't tell what it is.
Back outside quickfire, I want you to translate this into miles an hour.
40. I can do this. It's probably like 24. Yeah, 24. 24 miles an hour is 40 Ks. And 40 Ks is for usually school zones. It's quite rare to have them anywhere else. They're usually just like high traffic, low visibility areas, or areas where there's schools and children that can just run on the road. And then underneath, you've got no standing. Off to the left and off to the right, you can park for, was it like 15 minutes or half an hour between certain time zones? I mean, that's fairly easy to read and understand that. Yeah, 0.6 miles to a kilometer or 1.6 Ks to a mile.
40 kilometers per hour is probably only like 23.
Oh, you were so close. 24, mate.
Usually slow neighborhood streets in the US are still usually 30 miles per
Ours
hour.
used to be, when I was little, like 60 was the slowest. Residential areas were 60 kilometers an hour, and then they dropped it to 50, and then they brought in 40 for school zones, but it was only during certain hours. Although where I live, they made it all the time because they jumped the gun. And now they're pushing for 40 in all residential areas, which I think is stupid. The cars are safer. Safer if you get hit. They've got better detection. There's no need to slow it down. People aren't getting mowed down in residential areas. There's no point.
And a bit more translation to wrap things up. Translate these into American. Aluminium foil.
Aluminum foil.
Bicarb soda.
Bicarb soda. I'm going to assume that's baking soda?
Yeah, baking soda. The one that you put in cakes by mistake that ruins them.
And Panadol.
Panadol.
Yeah, Panadol is just the brand name for, what do you guys call it? It's the one that fixes headaches. I should know this. Paracetamol. That's what you guys call it.
It's got to just be like ibuprofen. Or,
I believe ibuprofen is closer to Nurofen, which I took this morning. Ibuprofen's more like a muscle relaxant. Tylenol, yeah. Tylenol would be the same as Panadol.
Very interesting stuff. Confused Americans in Australia. How fun of a topic.
Like I was saying, you don't see many Americans here. You guys are a rare breed in this country.
My name is Ian. You watch IWrocker. Until next time, Al.
Yeah, respect to this guy. He does a good job. So he's a pretty solid reaction content creator. I'm going to share his video just so if you want to check out his channel. He's got some cool stuff about like Australian motorsport in there too. So you might enjoy it.